Alright guys, welcome back to the second last war of the season. I'm going to try and get all 13 of my fights in, 12 regular fights. One was covering up for one that we had died on, and we'll see what we can do. First fight is a North Star. I had to do a few duels against this guy just to make sure that everything was going to work out as planned with Viv here, but with Viv I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get through it. We do our usual thing. We get off the special 2. We get a full 5 times solar burst, which is always nice. There, it was fun. We actually phased through a bunch of those punches there. Unfortunately, then take a combo to the face, and then we drop our special 1s, and the fight is over. I do have to waste some potions there. Could have been better again. Like the first time I think I fought North Star in any competitive mode. We heal up Viv, and again, did some duels here against Longshot just to make sure everything was going to be okay. But this one on Masochism, Viv, they're an accidental parry without getting my heal block on, and that I'm not 100% if I screwed up exactly the same, but there is going to be a spot later on in this war where I do my medium, light, medium, and it doesn't trigger the heal block, which can be a little annoying. So, because you kind of rely on getting that passive heal block up, especially to maintain the ability to phase, plus dealing with the global node. But really, at the end of the day, I think there's one mistake that I make this war, and I could have easily avoided it. So that's good. Unfortunately, we weren't going to win this war, even if I didn't make the mistake. But what can you do? Second phase of Path 1, we've got Void against Kindred here on the Never Back Down healing node. Void is an excellent Kindred counter, and Viv does not work here at all because he is immune to the heal block, so that wouldn't be very helpful. So here, at least with Void, we can get that. We can heal block him there. We can't heal reverse, but we can heal block. And really nothing too crazy. Kindred, I've gotten used to fighting him a lot more these days. Try to push to special 2 if I can, because I'm not great at covering spacing. That's one thing that I'm not very good at, is changing the spacing of your champion mid-special without getting clapped in the face. That is something that I'm not very good at, and have never been good at, and kind of have to work my way around when I see things like that. I always tip my hat to those players who can, subtly tap that light attack and close the gap on spacing, or a dash in mid-special. That is always something I couldn't do. But clean fight there with Kindred. Sauron here on Buffet, which is very easy fight for Viv here. We're just going to do our usual phasing medium ending combos. We can bait his special unblockable or not. I don't really care. Even if he is unblockable there, we can still phase through his attacks and go ahead, grab our openings, go for the big special 2 as usual. And then we're just going to get to a bar of power while Sauron is below a bar of power. And now we can start hammering away on those unblockable special 1s, and 2 of them, and that fight is over. Now let's quickly go to Path 3. We have a Magneto who is global. I ended up bringing in my Sandman here, and I put on some nice boosts, and we jump in here, and really all I care about is trying to get quickly to the special 1 so that I can get the passive heal block, because I want to make sure I get enough debuffs to trigger that passive heal block. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I used to be able to counter Magneto's special 1 pretty consistently. Here, I didn't get it on that first attempt, so I don't think I don't go for it the rest of the fight. But for the most part here, we're just going to go ahead, drop those special 1s, keep the passive heal block on so we don't have to worry about the miss or the power gain. We want to make sure that we are mitigating that the entire time. See, I think my initial spacing there on that special 1, I should have countered. Even there, I probably could have gone for it, but instead we end up playing this one a little bit too slow, which is, it's really not the end of the world. I would prefer to get it done quicker. I think I end up trying, I think because the fight was taking so long, I decide here, when I have my, I'm in my, like, unstoppable phase here, I'm going to go for a couple heavies, but I go for, he throws a heavy mid my heavy, like I thought while he was rooted he wasn't going to do that, so I think I just was a little too slow there, and he hits me with a heavy attack, so that's going to waste some potions for me, but whatever, we get the solo, and then we have to use him again for Mordo here, who's going to be a little bit more tricky. Again, has nothing to do with the actual node. It's just a global defender on a useless node placement. So here I just have, again, quickly want to get to the special one. Quickly want to make sure that I get that up so that I don't have to deal with the extra passive power gain on top of Mordo's power gain that he's going to get already. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to try and hit him with a heavy attack there just when he's up against the wall to make sure. And then that was unfortunate. I went for the hit into him, but I was unstoppable, so that wasn't too bad. And again, I probably could play Sandman better here, but again, I'm just trying to focus on making sure I can get as many debuffs on as possible, while also keeping tabs on when his power gain buff is going to come back, and make sure I'm hitting him like there right as that one ended. So there's a lot of things that I'm kind of focusing on this fight, but it worked out pretty well at the end of the day. Again, if you're new to the channel, I do 2 accounts. This season and most recent seasons has been both Path 1 and Path 3, plus some minis, and in this case we also have a boss fight in this war, so that is fun. And yeah, I try to mix things up depending on the counters that are needed, but if I can find some certain champs, I end up abusing them the entire season. So this has been fun. Here, I haven't brought in Deathless King Groot in a while. I've got a rank 2 Deathless King Groot on the junior account here. We're going to take on this Shuri on the Thorns Bleed node. So he's bleed immune, so it's really just a Shuri fight now. Sometimes I'm good at evading and countering at the end of that special one. Sometimes I get stuck and I can't evade it as well. That was a good one. But for the most part here, I'm just going to try and get to a special 2. I'm waiting for the Furies to kick in there. So now I can go, I'm just going to see if I can get myself an opening here. And there we go. Nice little intercept. It's a big special 2. And Shuri is now down to like less than 55%. So that's nice. So we're going to try and do the same thing again. Build up to a special 2. Try and get into the Fury phase. There we go. We're in the Furies. We're going to get to a special 2. Hopefully soon. There, I got clipped by it, but that's fine. We get a nice little intercept. Another special 2, and that ends it. Next is Red Skull. I really hate fighting Red Skull, but we're going to do this one with Corvus. And I really don't like fighting Red Skull here. Mainly, it's fine. Corvus is a great counter for Red Skull because you get rid of the armor ups. But at the same time, the stupid auto block after a special 1 now since his rework is just very annoying, because unless you have someone who can counter that auto block, you are just stuck waiting, and the longer you wait, the more chances you have like that where you're going to get hit in the face. So that's really annoying. Here, I'm going to go ahead and drop a special 2. Get off another couple hits in here. If I get the shocks while I have the glaive up, I like the glaive charges, I don't care. It's after my charges are going to expire. Then I'm going to just get stuck waiting for my glaive charges to come back. So we're going to fast forward even a little bit faster here, because we're just going to watch my glaive charges eventually come back. We're just going to dance around this guy while I wait for my glaive charges to return. Dance away from the auto block. Get a few more specials in here. And I think by the time my glaive charges come back, I've chipped away at him enough to get him down So I think I only need like one more hit to finish him off. So I get my glaive charges back finally, and we finish him. So that's just a boring fight there for me. Here was an onslaught on Hazard Shift, Shock, Bleed, and Conflictor and Crumbling Armor. So we were struggling with this one. So I'm going to come in here and try and get muster some attack bonus. So I probably could have done this one from the beginning. So maybe this is good practice for me. This one's with a 200% Cosmic Power Back boost. So we're going to try and quickly get to a special 2. Get a nice clean evade on his special 1 there. Try not to parry. Get off a special 2. And try and get back to another special 2 if need be. Or if I can probably finish. I can't remember if I finish him off with there's a special 1 here. But I think I'm trying to get to another special 2 if I have to. But no, we just go special 1 because we're about to kill him. So that worked out okay. This dust fight, I was a little annoyed because there is going to be think what the node is going to be. The node puts a power sting on you, but it puts a power sting when the opponent gains a bar of power, not when you gain a bar of power. But we both gained a bar of power about the same time there, and I think it confused me that I thought it was when I gained a bar of power. Also, there were a couple times at the beginning of the fight here where I did a medium, light, medium, and I didn't get my heal block, and because of that, I was a little behind in the fight, at least how I felt. Like right there, there's going to be a spot where I have 2 bars of power right here. I could have thrown a special 2 at any point here before I pushed Dust to another bar of power. And again, and right there, she manages to block my special 2. Very annoying because my special 1s here are going to do a ton of damage. And if that special 2 would have hit, then I think the fight would have been over because I would have taken out a good like 15% of the fight. And then here I accidentally whiff because I didn't have my heal block on and I get clapped. So I think I could have played it a lot better. I could have made sure that there was a spot early on in the fight where I didn't throw a special 2 where I had the opening. And then when I did have the opening, she blocked me because I was probably a fraction of a second too slow. So it is probably my fault, but I am frustrated about this one. I really wanted to get a clean solo with Viv against Dust. I haven't fought too many Dusts in War. And I really wanted that solo. So that was annoying, but definitely could have been an easy solo. Next one is Maestro on Burden of Might here with Chavez. Now, I forgot that it's energy attacks that are going to give extra healing. So at the beginning of the fight, I'm getting some nice damage just from my basic hits because it is a rank 3 Chavez. The special 1 does some nice damage. But what ends up happening is I go for a special 2 out of habit. And thinking, okay, I'm going to do tons of damage. But no, the special 2 is actually just going to heal back all the damage that I do, I think, plus more. So I go for the big special 2, and I give Maestro health. So that's not good for me. So now I'm just going to focus on special 1s and special 3s the rest of the way. If I can throw a couple special 1s, I will. If I build up to a special 3, I'm going to go ahead and do that, while at the same time trying to do my best job evading Maestro's specials, which because he used to be in Alliance raids, so I'm pretty comfortable evading his specials. So here we're going to go for a special 3. Get some nice damage in, and then we're going to have some rooted specials that we're going to have to evade because we let this fight drag on too long. That special 2 on the well-rooted is not so bad. It's the special 1s, 1, 2, 3, and we go ahead and counter. So that worked out okay, and we're going to have to do it again, 1, 2, 3, and that's how I think in my head. So I'm just letting you know my thought process when I'm counting out the evades for that special, because sometimes when you're rooted, you feel like you have to do more, but really it's the same 3 evades that you would normally do if you're not rooted. 1, 2, 3, do that same exact motion while you're rooted, and you're fine. Next, we got the final two fights. We have a Danny Moonstar on Conflictor and Puncture Prowess, and we're going to do this one with Viv, of course. So Conflictor, no problem for Viv, because we are not actually going to parry and put on an actual debuff. So if we don't do that, we don't have to worry about the Conflictor. Here, we are just going to counter, and we actually don't have to worry about getting faltered against Danny Moonstar. We hit into her block and triggered the falter. Doesn't matter, because as long as we have the passive heal block up, because of the global node, we can't miss. So that is great with Viv here. So we can do normal Viv things while baiting out Danny's special ones. And we're going to go for some unblockable special ones of our own here. Unfortunately, I let her get back to a bar of power. So that second one wasn't unblockable because she has to be below a bar of power. There, we're going to drop or just bait out another special. Make sure we have our medium ending combo, and then we drop our last bit of our special one, and we're done. Last is a Domino, and we fought Dominoes on other nodes, but this is Domino on the boss. The only thing that Viv is going to struggle, I find, here on this boss node in particular, is there's the energy and physical resistance buffs that appear through, that go on, like the Domino's going to get throughout the fight. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to a special 3 first and get the Fury from the special 3 to give me some additional damage. So that's what I really want here. I want the special 3 so I can get some, so I'm hitting a lot harder. I am fully boosted. I do have like the tech power boost as well. But here, now that we've got that Fury, we are going to go ahead and build up to a special 2. At the same time, remember that the only thing I have to worry about here is the lucky on Domino. I can't get unlucky, so I can evade the specials freely. But and here we go for the special 2. And we get the nice 5 times solar burst, so max damage there on the special 2. And now we're just going to make sure that we get like medium, light, mediums, get our heal block on, and then throw some special ones here. Even if I have to throw, it doesn't have to be the unblockable special ones. I can just go in and get as many special ones as I can until my solar charges disappear. And now we're just going to go right back to special 2 again. And at the same time, baiting those special ones, not going for too many crazy combos depending on when Domino has the lucky on. I don't want her to evade and completely destroy me. But Viv works extremely well as Domino is a global defender. We keep our heal block up the entire time. We get some nice special ones here. Get that incinerate damage. And slowly but surely, Domino is going to go down, and we get the nice solo with Viv, who has been my MVP for the season. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.